Hello everyone, welcome to the Cheeky channel and to the Daily Oracle Show. This is for May 15th, 2014. And these are the two card decks that I have, and I'll be using one of them today, and I'll put the information below. And sorry, I have a little baby Cheeky that just hatched, and it's the first one out of the group, so it doesn't have a friend yet. So I'm trying to keep it quiet, but it's sitting with me. So if you hear the little Cheeky, here, I'll show you. It's just born. It's still a little wet. Yeah. Okay. So, and I don't think it's not too, still a little groggy from getting out of the shell, so we can't have it assist in our reading today. Sometimes you can use a chicken to help you out with picking the cards, but this one is too little. Hasn't started eating and drinking yet. It usually takes 12 hours at least. So anyway, I'm going to draw 3 cards for today. Okay, we have Lavender, Magdalena, and Ostara. So, well, looking at this, I think the central figure we're looking at here is a person, or yeah, I guess a character, a person in the middle. The court card is a person, and the other two tend to be qualities or things influencing it. But she was named after Mary Magdalene from the Christian tradition, and she represents somebody who really just was not acknowledged in her love relationship, even though if it was obvious, it wasn't accepted or openly acknowledged. She wasn't honored for who she was. And also, her partner was Jesus, and when you have a close relationship, I mean, it was mentioned many times in the Bible that they were, partners, and she had the same qualities as him, and she was the woman behind that man. And women and men have different strengths and different weaknesses, and the strength of the woman is always the motherhood, and she was really denied her motherhood. And people talk about Mary, not her, Mary, his mother, who is the person we need to honor as the ultimate woman. But I would really argue, when you find true love in your life, that partner becomes your ultimate mother. And you are always born anew with your partner. And so he became famous after he partnered with Mary Magdalene. So her rebirthing of him that happens in every relationship that comes together in true love and honest relationship and true love. And they had this, and so he was just like all other men and women. People, when they merge with a major person in their life, they become who they are in their career, in their second phase of life. So she was not acknowledged for her gifts to society that she partnered with Jesus on. So, even the gospel, there's a gospel of Mary Magdalene in the Gnostic texts, and all these people are talking about how she's speaking about things, and she's crying all the time. She was just very sad, very heavy. And that is heavy when you are denied your essence, you're denied your personhood, you're denied your gifts and your strengths. And if you're denied your motherhood, that is a very painful thing. So anyway, you know, she had to live that life, and you know, anyone who experienced, that's a very common thing. I've gone through this. Many people, many very good people go through this because of the way society is these days. And so anyway, the healings on either side of it, the first one is Lavender. And Lavender, she represents relaxation and purification. It's very cleansing to the skin. So it's like, you know, you clean the superficial, because, you know, all this stuff, it kind of damages you in the superficial, you know, in your moment-to-moment relationships, you know, your general dynamics with society. When you're deeply troubled, it's like it gets on your skin almost, and you continue to be vulnerable, and you continue to receive the attacks, and you know, it just puts you in a bad position in your day-to-day life when you're, you know, heavy with something, and you know, it's like when you can't smile and you can't have your glow. So it's about to kind of lighten your skin, you know, to purify your skin, shake it off, you know, like how chickens do with their feathers, and you know, cleanse the skin, you know, just you know, get rid of all the superficial debris, and smile, and you know, really put your glow out there. And even if you do have the pain, I can't say that you can just quickly, you know, just like that, get rid of the pain from something, but you can smile and you can glow, and you can attract a lot of healing that way, and you don't appear vulnerable. So it's like it'll give you a break, you know, and it'll allow you to have a little time in the sun, and sun is also good for the skin in, you know, moderation. So anyway, and then of course to relax. So, you know, maybe take time for yourself, take a bath, you know, lay in the sun, get a massage. Just take some time to renew yourself and refresh yourself, so that you're feeling bright again, bright and light. And on the other side, we have Ostara, which is 10 of diamonds, which is 10 of earth. And she represents traditions with families and cultures, but also fertility. And that's actually a very good card. That's almost like the medicine that Magdalena needs, or Mary Magdalene needed, which is, you know, for the people on earth to actually acknowledge her, for, you know, earth to actually, in the physical world, pay attention to her, and to offer her that abundance, that fertility, yeah, I mean, I guess just really acknowledge and support a person in who they are, and allowing them to be who they are. So this is actually that community. It's really nice. It looks like community is going to kind of break a little bit, or make way for this person to you know, take some breaths and speak and be acknowledged, and have her teachings and her healings and her love, unconditional love, and her qualities as a mother and as a wife, or, you know, people might not believe that they were married, or as a partner, that this will be acknowledged, and that earth will respond. It's something in the physical world. It's not just the minds respond. It's not just the heart responds. It's not just nature and, you know, the spirit responds. But actually, there's a physical, there's physical exchange, and a response from the physical world where abundance and fertility is received. So maybe I'll draw another card. So we have Seiji, and she represents the 7th chakra, which is it's the physical reality in its lightest, most etheric form, right down to the densest. So it's like the entire physical reality. When you talk about the 3D world, you often don't talk about sound or movement or even, they have interesting studies where they talk about how thought can be understood as matter. It's a form of matter, the way the molecules are in the light and the measurements of these things. You could say that they are a form. They are physically acknowledged. They're physically visible through looking at them in the right way. And we know that they exist. I don't think anyone would deny that people actually have thoughts. It's hard to deny that. But it's about recognizing. And then we all know we have sensations in our body and, movement and feelings in our body. So this is about looking at reality from the holistic perspective, where you acknowledge all the levels of action and existence, where you acknowledge this person not just in what they have done or what they have said, but the way they said it and the way they did it and what they were going through when they said it and did it. So it's like really understanding the situation from everybody's perspective, from everybody's heart and from everybody's mind, and even the background information. Sometimes I can see someone is traumatized and they're doing something, but I can see that they're traumatized, and I don't know what it is, but I know that somebody in their life is traumatizing them, and I'm actually looking at that when they're acting out. I'm looking at this trauma that is coming from somewhere else, and I just take it as a communication that there's a big problem and they're having a hard time, So anyway, this might help with shaking things off, and also when you kind of move beyond everything and lighten things up, that's when you can really shift your energy and be totally happy, especially after somebody has attacked you for no reason at all or something, or somebody you care about, or maybe you don't care about them, but if you have been had your reputation damaged by people, or if you have been directly attacked, even if the person normally is positive towards you, anything, when you go into this really happy, loving space, and it's like it didn't bother you, and you can continue on in your life without it bothering you or these people bothering you, that's when people turn around and start to honor you and acknowledge you and learn how to properly relate to you. They realize that, what they did not do much for them, and you didn't take it. So if you don't take it, they have to deal with it. If you take it, then it makes it even more scary for them to interact with you, because you just took their poison. But if you don't take it, then you're clean, and then they're sitting there and they know that they have the poison, and they can approach you in the right way, in a more positive way. So I'd almost take this last card as an advice card, but so I'd say that these two are an advice card. This is talking about a person in a situation, and this is a really positive solution card there, so, or outcome. So anyway, I hope you got what you needed out of this, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks a lot.